Okay, so this will be my second attempt to try to do a Let's Play with Baldur's Gate 3. I did about 3 hours yesterday, and the output of the video was extremely laggy. It also slowed down my computer, so that was kind of disappointing. So we're going to try this again. So that's the small disclaimer. I tried it on Streamlabs before. Maybe that was my mistake, and I'm now trying it on OBS, so that should be a little bit better. Also got the green screen behind me. It's a little fuzzy. I'm a noob at this, so we'll just go with it. So we're going to start fresh again. So this is going to be new game. We're going to do balanced, and there are an absolute plethora of customization options here. So. So gross. Who are you indeed? So far from a short experience of this game, it does make more sense to have a more damage dealing character, but that's just not in my wheelhouse, so I'm definitely not going to do that. These origin characters, kind of interesting, so let's listen to each of these.
Darling, don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
Interesting. So, after 200 years serving a cruel master, the vampire spawn Astarion is finally free. Free to walk in the sun, free to chase power, and free to take revenge. Lae'zel was raised ready for a life amongst the stars, mercilessly conquering the cosmos as a Githyanki soldier. Grounded, she must deal with a world she doesn't understand and find a way to serve her people in a plane that despises her militant king.
Since I was born in the cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose. To wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith. My first step on this path is to slay a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen. There is no flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. I am the one who sunders. I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lae'zel of Kalir.
But the intestinal fortitude. Gale's wizarding prowess once earned him the love of Maestra, or Mistra, the goddess of magic, until his ambition led him to the brink of catastrophe.
Well met, stranger. You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep. Please, no need to be intimidated. My virtuosic talents once caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mistra, who named me her chosen, and her lover. Thanks to a slight miscalculation on my part, that relationship eventually soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption. Unless I can find the path to something greater.
Shadowheart willingly undertook a ritual to remove her memories in order to protect the secrets of her fellow Shar worshippers. Loss and pain are sacred to her, but her faith is now being tested like never before.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Known as the Blade of Frontiers, Will uses his magic to fell the monsters and devils menacing the Sword Coast. In a moment of desperation, he accepted an offer of greater power, forcing him into an infernal game he is struggling to play.
7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell.
That would be the person that's next in the origin story. Karlach has escaped 10 years of service in the Hells with nothing but the axe on her back, and the infernal engine blazing furiously where her heart used to be.
Years ago, I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a hellfire engine in my chest and made me her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, Mind Flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic, and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
I'm guessing the Infernal Machine is kind of like a Tony Stark card. Dark Urge. Looks kind of cool. You remember nothing but a path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to?
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured, beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
It's kind of an interesting one. We are definitely going to do for sure. So here's the different options. You've got Elf with ethereal countenances and long lifespans. Elves are at home with nature's power, flourishing in light and dark alike. Tiefling, descended from devils of the nine hells. Tieflings face constant suspicion and fear. Thankfully, their arcane abilities make them natural survivors. Drow, driven to the Underdark. Most Drow have adopted a ruthless pragmatism. While the Wolf-sworn delight in the goddess's evil tenets, the Seldarine reject her attempt to overthrow the leader of the Elven Pantheon. Human, the most common face in Faerun. Humans are known for their tenacity, creativity, and endless capacity for growth. Githyanki, with a ruthlessness born from mind flayer and enslavement, Githyanki ride the astral sea atop red dragons, bringing their silver swords and psionic might to bear against any trace of the illithid menace. Dwarf, as durable and unyielding as their homes of stone, dwarves are some of the finest warriors, miners, and smiths of Faerun. Half-elf, curious, ambitious, and versatile, half-elves are welcome everywhere, but struggle without a community to call their own. Halfling, small yet capable, halflings prefer the comforts of home and hearth, but their natural luck and dexterity makes them fine adventurers. Like a hobbit type. Gnome, small, clever, and energetic, gnomes use their long lives to explore Faerun's brightest corners and darkest depths. Dragonborn, proud race that values clan and skills above all else. Once enslaved by dragons, they strive to be self-sufficient, not wanting to be beholden to anyone, not even the gods. Half-orc, creatures of intense emotion, half-orcs are more inclined to act and contemplate, whether the rage burning their bodies compels them to fight, or the love filling their hearts inspires acts of incredible kindness. So, I want to do human. So with Elf, you got two sub-races. You got High Elf, which heirs of the mystical Feywild. High Elves value magic in all its forms. Even those who do not study spellcraft can manipulate the weed. Wood Elf. These elves spend their reclusive lives in Faerun's forests. Decades of training in archery and camouflage are enhanced by an otherworldly swiftness. Tiefling. Asmodeus Tiefling. Bound to Nessus, the deepest layer of the Hells, these Tieflings inherited the ability to wield fire and darkness from the archdevil Asmodeus's infernal bloodline. Mephistopheles. Tiefling. Descended from the archdevil Mephistopheles, these tieflings are gifted with a particular affinity for arcane magic. Zariel Tiefling. Tieflings from Zariel's bloodline are empowered with martial strength and can channel searing flame to punish their enemies. Drow. Loth Sworn Drow, raised by Loth's cult in the city of Menzoberranzan. These Drow embody the virtues of their corrupt and merciless goddess. Loth marks her followers with bright red eyes, so those in the Underdark will learn to fear them on sight. Seldarine Drow. Seldarine Drow can be found seeking allies from all over Faerun, aiming to settle their conflict with Loth and each other by any means necessary. Dwarf, you've got Gold Dwarf. These dwarves are known for their confidence and keen intuition. The culture of their deep kingdom values family, ritual, and fine craftsmanship. Shield Dwarf, great losses in ancient wars against goblins and orcs have led these dwarves to adopt a cynical mindset, but they will endure anything to restore their ancestral homeland. Duergar, once enslaved by the Eldritch Mind Flayers, Duergar adapted to freedom of harsh practicality. Their cold demeanors and gift of stealth are well known throughout the Underdark. High Half-Elf. A touch of the Feywild remains in half-elves with this bloodline, and even those untrained in magic possess a hint of wild power. Wood Half-Elf. Like their Wood Elf parent, these half-elves have a quickened stride and an eye for stealth, yet many break away from the isolation of Faerun's forest to explore the rest of the realms. Drow Half-Elf. Most half-drow result from liaisons between Seldarine Drow and Surfacers. While half-drow inherited a few magical gifts, they aren't usually raised in the Underdark. Halfling. Lightfoot Halfling. Stealthy but social, these halflings travel all over Faerun to make names for themselves. Strongheart Halfling. Legend has it that dwarven blood gave Stronghearts their hardiness, resistant to poison and well springs of endurance. These halflings easily hold their own. Gnome. We've got Rock Gnome. The most commonly seen gnomes on Faerun's surface, rock gnomes are named as such for their hardiness and affinity for metal. Forest Gnome. Even smaller than their cousins and twice as reclusive, forest gnomes are a rare sight in Faerun. They master magic and craftsmanship in their distant, idyllic groves. Deep Gnome. More guarded than their surface cousins, deep gnomes survive in the Underdark with dark vision and skillful stealth. Ooh, lots of different Dragonborn. So Black Dragonborn, despite no ancestral links to the mighty creatures, these Dragonborn share the charcoal coloration and fizzling, acrid breath of black dragons. Then Blue Dragons, same thing. Brass, bronze, copper, gold, green, red, silver, and white. Okay. Human would be kind of boring, I think, in one sense, but spears, pikes, halberds, and glaives, and armor proficiency with light armor and shields. Definitely want to be a paladin. Subclass, we're going to go. So let's check out the different classes first. So we've got Barbarian, the strong embrace the wild that hides inside, keen instincts, primal physicality, and most of all, unbridled, unquenchable rage. Okay. Bard, you know music is more than a fancy, it is power. Through study and adventure, you have mastered song, speech, and the major thing. I think bards terrible, but as far as a type of class, but some people might like that. Let's kill each other with music. Cleric. Clerics are representative of the gods they worship, wielding potent divine magic for good or ill. We've got subclass. Life domain is an aspect of many good deities, offering spells that protect and restore the mind, body, and soul. Light domain. The light domain is offered by deities of justice, majesty, and primordial flame, providing spells that dispel darkness and harm the undead. Trickery domain. A domain shared by wicked, chaotic, and mischievous deities alike. Those who channel trickery specialize in deception and illusion magic. Knowledge domain, adaptable and adroit in all manner of languages and skills. Your mind is an intellectual cup brimming with exquisite knowledge. Nature domain, you embody the vast variety and power of the natural world, an avatar of the subtle divinity of fruitfall, avian migration, woodland silence, and the landside's roaring fury. Tempest domain, your faith has made you the very thunder that quakes the black firmament, the lightning coursing through the veins of a terrible storm. War domain, fortified by holy zeal, you brandish an arsenal of sacramental savagery to use against those you deem unrighteous. Whoa, and then you can select a deity. So Selûne, the Lady of Silver, presides over the moon, stars, and navigation. Her power over the heavens constantly challenged by her sister Shar, who seeks to plunge the world into eternal shadow. Muhammad, the angel of the seven heavens, is the dragon god of justice. His ideals of mercy and just authority keep him locked in an inexorable rivalry with his sister Tiamat. Tempest is the lord of battles, overseeing war and its soldiers. He is the embodiment of honorable combat and condemns needless bloodlust. Tyr, the blind god, rules over law and justice, encouraging valiant acts from his followers and relentlessly pursuing oathbreakers. Helm, the Watcher is an eternal sentry among the gods, representing guardians across the plains. After more than a century of fading worship, Helm's power was restored with the second sunbreak. Ilmater, the crying god, protects the oppressed and the persecuted. His clergy is sworn to alleviate suffering, even if that means taking on that pain personally. Mystra is the mother of all magic. Mystra oversees the weave and spreads arcane knowledge to mortal spellcasters. Her clerics preserve ancient lore and protect bastions of magical energy. Ogma is the god of inspiration and invention, sharing knowledge with the world through his bards and clerics. Unlike many other deities, Ogma accepts all moral alignments into his clergy. Kelemvor, fair but distant, Kelemvor guides the dead to their appropriate plane in the afterlife. His clergy provides last rites across Faerun, but also destroys undead that have escaped Kelemvor's judgment. Moradin, the Allhammer, is a dwarven god worshipped by smiths, artisans, and miners alike. He and Leduger are constantly at odds. Corellin Lerethian, creator of the elves, Corellin Lerethian oversees the elven pantheon as a whole, providing blessings to those who study art, magic, and nature. Garl Glittergold, the watchful protector, is the king of gnomish gods, a deity of humor, gem-cutting, protection, and trickery. Yondala, as the mother of the halfling pantheon, Yondala is known for her kindness and open mind, encouraging her followers to protect the home, hearth, and nature. Lolth, the much reviled matriarch of the Drow pantheon, Lolth holds sway over spiders, the Underdark, and the wicked creatures of the demon-web pits. Her primary goal is to corrupt all Drow, transforming them into heartless cultists. Grumsh, the One Eye, is the orcs' patron deity, a god of war, conquest, and victory at all costs. He has held an ancient and immutable grudge against the elven pantheon since Corellin Lorethian took his eye. Tiamat, the Many-Maud, is a roiling mass of avarice and hate, currently trapped within the Nine Hells. Dragon god of greed eternally plots her escape, as do many of her fanatics in the world of Torah. Eilish-Dre. Eilish-Dre is the goddess of good aligned drow, beauty, song, and freedom. The Dark Maiden desires balance between all races and struggles against her mother Lolth's corrupt aims. Lathander. The morning Lord is the god of the dawn and spring, of birth and beginnings. He is invoked to christen both new ventures and new life. His followers embrace growth and renewal and despise the new death. Talos represents the uncaring and destructive force of nature. His followers see life as a set of random effects in a sea of chaos, and take what they can. For who can say when Talos will strike next? Tamora is the bright-faced goddess of fortune, who favors those who gamble and set out on adventure, with the utmost skill and daring. Miliki is the goddess of forests and the creatures that live within them. She is a remote and spiritual deity, often spoken of in but the widest of forests. Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and share a deep kinship with animals. Mastery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the realms. Fighters have mastered the art of combat, wielding weapons with unmatched skill and wearing armor like a second skin. And you've got archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, two-weapon fighting. Monk, channel your cosmic enlightenment by deftly dodging and efficiently disassembling your foes through stunning strikes and a whirlwind of martial art attacks. Paladin, fueled by the oath you swore to uphold justice and righteousness, you are a beacon of hope in dark times. Both of the ancients, you fight on the side of light in the cosmic struggle against darkness to preserve the sanctity of life and the beauty of nature. Oath of devotion, following the ideal of the knight in shining armor, you act with honor and virtue to protect the weak and pursue the greater good. Oath of vengeance, you have set aside even your own purity to right wrongs and deliver justice to those who have committed the most grievous sins. Rangers are unrivaled scouts and trackers, honing a deep connection with nature in order to hunt their favored prey. Then you can have bounty hunter, keeper of the veil, mage breaker, ranger knight, sanctified stalker. And then natural explorer, beast tamer, urban tracker, wasteland wanderer of cold, wasteland wanderer of fire, and wasteland wanderer of poison. Rogue. With stealth, skill, and uncanny reflexes, rogues' versatility lets them get the upper hand in almost any situation. Sorcerers are natural spellcasters drawing on inherent magic from a gift of bloodline. Wild magic, your powers come from ancient forces of chaos. They churn within you, waiting to burst free at any time. Draconic bloodline. Your veins carry draconic magic, the result of a powerful dragon ancestor. Storm sorcery, whether crackling with the energy of ancient deluges or pierced by gales and hurricanes, your lineage is a strange tapestry scrawled by a tempest. Warlock. Bound by a pact to an all-powerful patron, warlocks trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magic. Subclass. The Fiend. Warlocks in service to fiends work towards corrupting, destructive ends, intentionally or otherwise, and receive hellish blessings in turn. The Great Old One. Warlocks bound to eldritch beings in the far realm work towards inscrutable goals, gaining strange powers over entropy and the mind. The Archfey. Graced by a lady or lord of the Fey, you are imbued with all of the sumptuous and scary qualities of your patron's extraordinary realm. Wizards master the arcane by specializing in individual schools of magic, combining ancient spells with modern research. No subclass there. That's interesting. Alright, so let's go back here. We need to decide whether we're doing just a plain Jane human or we're doing a dwarf. Let's go here because we're definitely going to do paladin. And we're going to do Oath of Devotion. Efficiency with the battle axe, hand axe, light hammer, and war hammer. And advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance to poison damage. Humans can move 9 meters per turn. Your weapon proficiency, spears, pikes, halberds, and glaives. And armor proficiency with light armor and shields. Stuff an additional skill to be proficient. And I kind of like the idea of a human, but I also like the dwarf one. Let's just go with human. That's what we are in World of Warcraft, so let's just go with that. So we're going to try to protect the weak, value life, and pursue the greater good. Let's take a look at the different backgrounds. Acolyte, you have spent your life in service to a temple, learning sacred rites and providing sacrifices to the god or gods you worship. Serving the gods and discovering their sacred works will guide you to greatness, skills, insight, and religion. Read people in situation, detect lies, recognize deities, understand holy rites. Charlatan, you're an expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more than happy to profit from it. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other will lead to greater success down the road. Skills, deception, lie and cheat, manipulate the truth. Sleight of hand, wield nimble fingers, steal stuff. Let you pick locks and pockets and disarm traps. Criminal, you have a history of breaking the law and survive by leveraging less than legal connections. Profiting from criminal enterprise will lead to greater opportunities in the future. Deception, lie and cheat, manipulate the truth. Stealth, stay out of sight, melt into the shadows. Entertainer, you live to sway and subvert your audience, engaging common crowds and high society alike. Preserving art and bringing joy to the hapless and downtrodden heightens your charismatic aura. Acrobatics, keeps your balance light on your feet, helps you resist being shoved. Performance, entertain audiences, command the stage. Folk hero, you're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. Animal handling, influence animals, pet all of the dogs. Survival, stay alive in the wild to track prey. Guild artisan, your skill in a particular craft has earned you membership in a mercantile guild, offering privileges and protection while engaging in your art. Repairing and discovering rare crafts will bring you inspiration, insight. Read people in situations, detect lie, persuasions, turn on the charms, coax and cajole. Noble, you were raised in a family among the social elite, accustomed to power and privilege. Accumulating renown, power, and loyalty will raise your status. History, remember the past of the world and its people. Persuasion, turn on the charm. Outlander, you grew up in the wild zones to survive far from the coasts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. Athletic, stay fit, perform physical stunts, helps you to shove and resist being shoved. Survival, stay alive in the wild, track prey. Sage, you are curious and well-read with an unending thirst for knowledge. Learning about rare lore of the world will inspire you to put this knowledge to greater purpose. Arcana, recognize magic, interact with enchanted items, and history. Remember the past of the world and its people. Soldier, you were trained in battlefield tactics of combat, having served in a militia, mercenary company, or officer corps. Show smart tactics and bravery on the battlefield to enhance your prowess. Athletics, help you shove and resist shove, be a bully, threaten and induce fear with intimidation. Urchin, after surviving a poor and bleak childhood, you know how to make the most of very little. Using your street smarts bolsters your spirit for the journey ahead. Sleight of hand and stealth. I'm going to go with Sage. Okay. Let's take a look at the appearance. Alright, so we've got female. Male, larger female, larger male.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest.
Where to next?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Oh wow. Make yourself pink if you want to.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Different scars here. So, no scar, scar 1, 2, 3. It's interesting scars. Looks like you did it yourself. Ooh, burn. Genitals.
Be wary.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there. More of those wretched things.
No, not really body art, it's just face paintings. Some people don't like those. Not very good at figuring this out. Let's bring that down to just a sec. Okay. No. Paladin. I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred. Let's just check out all of them, I guess. Ball. Plucky Fauble? Plucky Fable. Fauble. It's like Patrick Mahomes. Cauldron Phone. Busy Promenade. Bohemian. Poppy Bud. Furrowed Wings. It's kind of funny on a dude. Tidy Mohawk with a bun. Is that Piranha Tooth Mohawk? Top Knot. Is that called Bruno Braids? Partial Eclipse. Foxtail. I had that in high school. Arabelle Ribbon. Languid Bandit. Rapscallion. There we go. That's kind of a good one. Change that color from black brown though. Hubris. Ogre's Tumble. Mongoose Tail. Muskin Plume. Better on a chick, I think. Bakery Buns. Troll Pirates? No. Let's see. Warp Screws. One Wolf Bun. Feywild Trickster. Solemn Huntress. Knife Owned. Venture Movement. Springtime Entanglement. Carrion Feathers. Gorgon. Winter Scarf. Duster. Drum Dance Braids. Duchess Coronet. Seashell Garden. Dryad. Is it Ramhorn Cascade? It's Dracula. Portrait model. Check out them bangs though. Dewdrop. What's that say? Durlusk Sojourn. Academy Dropout. Oh, there's a lot of these. Mythmaker. Bramble Thicket. Fenceboard Shavings. Sensible Extravagance. Dandelion. Moonspun. Scooped. Celib. Pyrrhus. Windblown. Valiant Heart. Pahom. River Shaman. Moonshow Cap. Moonshay Cap. Waterdavian Scholar, Wavelet, Savant, Highbrow Low Moralist, Bonbons, Sorcher Curls, Eerie Peak, Conqueror, Knave Braid, Fair Forester, Chrysalis Pod, Bardic Inspiration, Orchestra Wings, Elysium Fan, Twisted Rut, Sinister, Maudlin Pixie, Faroon Fantasia, Willow Tears, Precision Bolt, Gemstone Droplet, Ballerina Bun, Terplanar Braids, Braided Bunches, Layered Love, Windswept, Will-O-Wisp, Pinned and Perfect, Legolas, Veiled Evocation, Immortality, Flaunting Bounce, Inkeep Braid, and Wildcat. Rapscallion. No visual here, but let's go through them anyways. So you've got No Beard, Jaw Clinger, Groomed Rascal, Charming Devil, Mineshaft, Plain Goatee, Concise Statement, Roguish, Chingrove, Judicious, Rambling Obscenity, Charlatan's Goatee, Pointed Retort, Fireforged Tassels, it's purple. I understand why it's purple. Spiffing Twiddler, Tickler, Pomposity, Opera Attendee, and Glorious Mutton Chops. I don't understand why that one is purple. Alright. Guardian. You are a guardian to me. I don't know what that means. Let's go with the high elf.
Remarkable. Good luck. Follow your instincts.
Follow your instincts. Don't be afraid.
Let's go. Again. Oh no, it's still the same. It's right after you pop that thing in my eye. Flayers, imps, dragons. Let's go. Wake up, sleepyhead. Let's go.
Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked. Not getting back in that thing.
This is the pool that thing came from. the parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Some dialogue options require a skill check. Dice roll that must meet or exceed a target number. Your character's skills add a bonus to this roll. So I get -1 for intelligence. I guess I'm not that smart. +2 in investigation proficiency. So you get a 10. Yeah, let's go.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Make it crumble. Map. This is the map of your surroundings. You can view quest locations and place custom markers. You can also teleport to waypoints you have discovered by selecting them. Okay, so let's go.
These boots have seen everything. Not everyone made it out alive.
Visions project into your mind. An Nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
Dead. Good.
I agree.
Someone else got out.
Hanging the ear. Inventory containers. Certain items such as keys, ingredients, and camp supplies are sorted into handy containers in your inventory. Open inventory. Aye. Okay. So let's see, we've got a summary, our class, skills, detailed view, spellbook, the devotion, not sure what that's doing, common, reactions, opportunity attack. Reactions respond to events and triggers even outside of your turn. You can toggle them on or off, and whether they automatically trigger or ask for input. Attack an enemy moving out of your reach. Alchemy. Okay, we got potions, elixirs, grenades, coatings, sublimates, salts, essences, ashes, vitriols, suspensions. That's good intimidating at the moment. Let's read this. This old weary tome is penned in the heavy hand of a dutiful soul. You have sworn an oath, paladin, a promise, to uphold your tenets at any time and at any cost. It is a weighty destiny, but it is one your beleaguered shoulders must bear, lest you falter and warp into a most avariced being indeed. Remember your tenets, paladin. Remember your purpose. Remember your promise. Oath of the ancients. The morning dew clings to the glade grass. The calling bird harks the rising sun. The glimmer of dawnlight ambles across the breaking tide. It is all perfect, and it is all your perfect duty to protect it. It is the joy of existence and basking glory, in the basking glory of creation that you must hold close to your heart. Never let it slip, paladin. Never let it be taken. Oath of devotion. You wipe away the languishing tear curling an unfortunate cheek. You hold them, whisper words of comfort, and stand your steadfast self before their tormentors. For the weak to grow strong, Paladin, they must first behold a paragon of loyalty, of strength, you. Oath of vengeance. Villains, betrayers, oathless fiends, they lurk around every corner, preying on the vulnerable and twisting the world in their favor. You must twist a sword through their hearts, every last one. You must be relentless. Paladin, your wrath cannot rest, for the wicked certainly won't. The Oath of Devotion is where I'm at, right there in that one. It's cool that it's in the book, though. Alright, where were we? I think we've investigated everything. Let's get out of here. Let's go through the sphincter.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
We are trapped.
A 1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Mind flayer horticulture.
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
We are trapped. Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Advantage is you roll 2 dice and take the higher result before adding the modifiers.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
Spare the creature.
You're free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm. Us. We are us.
Interesting. Alright, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Some allies may temporarily join you. You can directly control their movements and actions. Click a follower's portrait to take control of them.